I thank you most sincerely for giving me this opportunity to make a brief statement following my election as the President of the 81st session of the General Assembly earlier today. As you know, the elections have taken place and I was declared winner, and I've accepted the responsibilities with humility and respect. The 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly will be a consequential one, as the Assembly will be called upon to address UN reform, preparations for the next generation of the global development agenda, the transition in the leadership of the United Nations with the selection of the next Secretary General, and similar issues. These will unfold alongside urgent global challenges already before us, including climate change, geopolitical tensions, energy insecurity, and widening development divides. In order to face these challenges, as the President of the next Assembly, I will focus on 6 priorities set out in my vision statement: peace, security, and justice, sustainable development and SDG acceleration, climate resilience and environmental sustainability, human rights, humanitarian action, refugees and migrants, digital governance, artificial intelligence, science and technology, and last but not the least, renewed multilateralism, UN 80 reforms, and inclusive global governance. Following my election, I told the General Assembly that I will dedicate myself to rebuilding trust, nurturing consensus, opening space for good faith negotiations that will lead to outcomes for all that are owned by all. I will unfailingly uphold the UN Charter and conduct the work of the Presidency in full accordance with the Code of Conduct of the President. I'll be the President of all Member States. I will engage all Member States in the course of my work. I'll not let my personal views interfere with my work as PGA. I will seek common ground without ignoring differences. I'll organize my office reflecting geographical, gender, and linguistic balance. Creating a group within the office of the President to specifically serve the needs of the small delegations will be one of my early priorities. I will also hold consultations with the Secretary General on the organization and resources for the office of the President of the General Assembly. I called upon all Member States today to contribute to the PGA Trust Fund to help carry out the work of the Office of the President more effectively. I will work with them to ensure adequate long-term funding for a robust internship program. And as the UNGA President, I will dedicate myself to rebuilding trust and nurturing consensus, as I said. Finally, I don't consider the work of the President as a one-off event, but as a continuum. Therefore, I will carry forward the important initiatives under the current and previous UNGA presidents. A principal way to advance public trust in our organization is to tell our success stories to the peoples of the United Nations. The UN Press Corps is the best vehicle to accomplish this task. To this end, I intend to work closely with you, and this is my commitment. My doors will be open, and I'll reach out to you. I will set up an effective communication team which will remain in constant contact with you throughout my presidency. I once again thank you for the opportunity to address you. Thank you very much.